How about a real, true, plum crazy purple? I'm sorry, it's in violet. In violet metallic. 70 Hemi Cuda. Well, here I am, and I had followed up on a lead a friend of mine had given me. How about a real, true, plum crazy purple? I'm sorry, it's in violet. In violet metallic. 70 Hemi Cuda. And how long have you owned it for, sir?
Bought it in 75.
Oh, you bought it in 75. And you raced it under the goofy grape. It was bought in Maine.
No, bought in Michigan.
Oh, it was bought in I thought you said. Oh, I thought you said. It was last titled in Michigan.
I was in the service at the time.
Okay.
So I could still license in my home state.
Gotcha. My apologies.
Oh.
So it was last. Gotcha. And so, how did you end up out here?
After 2 tours in Vietnam,
Okay.
I ended up in a SAC radar outfit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Had mobile radar sites all over the country to train air crews.
4-speed car.
And
Smart.
there was a portable mobile radar site set up north of Packard. I met a gal from here. Our tough military barracks like here was the Holiday Inn at the time.
Ooh. They're really putting you up in the nice places.
Well, we deserved it. But
Oh.
gal from here, and we kind of liked each other quite a bit.
Well, that's always a good thing, if people like each other. Original slicks.
No, those are...
Well, the ones that are still on the car, I should say.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think I'd try to power those off, though.
No, you never know.
Yeah, I pretty well do know.
He did take this thing. There's his old race helmet that he doesn't know. This one says you're horny and what?
I think I was born horny.
I think I was born horny. That's a good saying on your helmet.
Like I say, Mr. Gasket V-Gate.
Mr. Gasket V-Gate. Custom. I mean, here he has a not a factory, but he has a tack that's driven off the distributor. That way you know exactly what's going on. The shaker is currently in the garage. We just saw that. And there's the Hemi. It only got a Hellborn injection set up on it. That's all. That's all. Let me see if I can.
Those 6 1/4 Carters, they just didn't give quite enough air.
There we go.
Sort of, kind of. Go on in.
We can go in. I mean, if you got to go.
You know where the beer is?
You mean you aren't hiding it from her?
No.
But look at this, a real, true, original Hellborn injection setup with the crank-driven pump that has, what are these, grapevines?
Yes.
So at least it's producing something for you. At least the alcohol. And
the fence along behind you is covered with grapevine and trumpet vine.
and these are original Hooker headers on here. Headman. I'm sorry. Well, I thought you said Hooker earlier.
No.
Headman. And how about that? Hemi fender. This makes this entire trip worth it.
And a flight of geese going overhead. They're gonna miss us. Darn.
Oh yeah, that's with my luck. It would land right on top of my car.
I learned early at this time of year, don't stand looking at the sky with your mouth open.
All right, we gotta still cover that up in a second.
The pins were replaced, obviously, with locks.
Smart. And there we go.
I no longer have the original hood pins.
Let me get this on camera so I don't forget.
Oh, okay.
So you bought this from a young man. When did you buy it? You said you bought it in 1975 from a young...
1975. The wife and I had been married about 6 months.
Okay.
I had my eye on another one. Like I said, I wanted a Challenger, 440 Six Pack Convertible. We just couldn't find one up there.
Yeah.
And I settled for a Hemi Cuda.
You settled for a Hemi Cuda.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had to settle for a Hemi Cuda.
I like the lines on the Challenger so much better.
I'll trade you my 71 Challenger for your Cuda.
You know,
just saying, just throwing it out there.
Maybe not today.
Yeah, it is cold, I understand, it takes some time to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's up on jack stands, all
yeah.
4 positions.
No, that's true,
I'd have to get down on the ground and use the jack.
That's true. You know what? I'll come
Then
by.
you'd probably want to go up and borrow my trailer to take it home, and then you'd never show back up with the tilt bed trailer. And,
Oh, that's true. And that trailer is worth the money, you know.
you know.
How about that? An original Hemi Cuda shaker. Sitting. A little dusty, a little crusty, but a real true Hemi Cuda. The guy put a hole through because of too long a carb stud. But I mean, it's an original shaker. Jeez. This is how I found the Cuda when I first arrived at the owner's house. He had actually put this blue indoor-outdoor car tarp on the car. Unfortunately, what occurred was because of the snow and the ice, the material had become saturated with water and had actually frozen to the exterior of the car. You'll see in a few scenes after we took the cover off that the cover actually tore when we were looking at it. So I actually bought the owner a new cover and had it mailed to him as a thank you for taking the opportunity to show me the car. It's actually a funny story. I'm going to share in the minute the entire history of how I found the car. But at first, for right now, I was driving my sister's Chevy Equinox from Chicago to Salt Lake City, and the car just happened to be on the drive there. And when I was on my way, I screwed up my times and I got there just at sunset. That's why, as you see in the pictures and video, I got there right as the sun was about to go down. So the light just kept on losing more and more light. That's why you see the last pictures, they get pretty dark. I was using my full flash from my big camera on it just to get it illuminated, which was pretty cool to say the least. I mean, it came out with some great shots. And the really neat thing is, it was such a unique and cool story that Mopar Collector's Guide put this car on the cover in the May 2022 issue, which was really nice of them. Even though they switched the title, I was going to have the title be He Settled for a Hemi Cuda, and they went with Left for Dead Hemi Cuda, but whatever. The car is still there. I just talked to the owner as of this recording, and it's still in the same condition, still nice and safe. Thankfully, being out west, it's in a very dry. It might be snowy, but it's a dry climate. So all you see there is from the car cover wearing away the paint over the decades. The car was actually extremely solid. You saw in the video. I mean, there's some surface rust, but nothing really that needs repairing. And personally feel that this look is nothing else like it. I've seen a few cars that have had car cover, the paint wears away, but with the purple factory inviolate purple paint, it just doesn't get any cooler than this car. And there's the cover of the MCG issue from May 2022. Now, I'm actually going to explain exactly how I found this car because it's actually a really, actual legitimate detective work went into uncovering the location of the car. Now, years ago, I had been able to hear stories about the car, and I was able to track it down to one of two cities out west. No one would clarify exactly which of the two cities it was, but I was pretty sure it was in one of the two cities. Now, everything I show here is not at all associated with the car. I'm just using it as examples to show you how I came to uncovering where the car was. So I was sure it was in one of these two towns because they fit the description of where the car was supposed to be sitting at. My big break came when a friend of mine, he became my friend later, posted a picture of the Cuda in the owner's backyard. And it's not this picture because I forgot to ask him to give me the rights to use this picture, but it was very similar to this picture of the Cuda in the backyard. And I could tell from this picture that it had something special. In his picture, it's a little bit clearer, but you could definitely make out some sort of big stadium lighting setup in the upper right hand corner. Mine, you can just make it out in one picture, but I'm going to show here in a second a better picture of it. Here you can see that the lighting setup was in the upper right hand corner. But that was enough to help me narrow down where the car was exactly. With that, I knew, and from the shadows that were in his pictures, because mine were taken so late, there really wasn't any shadow. But I could tell that the car was either northeast of the stadium or southwest of the stadium. So I went on Google Earth and started looking at all stadiums, all baseball fields, all soccer, whatever, that would have a similar lighting setup. And the first town I ended up at, almost on the first shot, I was able to zone in on the exact lighting that was in the picture. I then went to Google Streets View to double check that I was correct, that the lighting setup that I saw on Google Earth was the same, and it was. So now I narrowed down to the single town, and from there it was very simple. I used pictures like this and the one that I had, and I basically had an outline of, okay, this roof had a brown roof, then there's a whole bunch of small little sheds and a white roof and so on. So I just started going in the northwest and the south, or the southwest and the northeast, looking up and down the streets, looking for any combination of those houses with those roofs. And after just a few minutes of looking, I found a combination of houses and roofs and sheds that all lined up, and went to Google Earth, and there it was. After all these years, I had tracked down the car, which blew my mind. When I saw that Google Earth view and I saw the Cuda in the backyard, it really, I hadn't had the ego boost like that I'd actually sleuthed out where the car was from just a picture and some information. So just goes to show, you gotta be careful with what you post and what you do, because some people are able to track down stuff from the craziest of situations. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video on the Hemi Cuda. Isn't that crazy? I mean, Hillborn injection, Hemi Cuda, not convertible. I'm working on that for the McCacken show. But that's actually what I'm doing in my garage. It's currently 30 degrees out in Chicago, and I'm out here collecting parts for the McCacken show, the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, November 19th and 20th. I help organize the show in part, and I run during the show the Barn Finds and Hidden Gems display. If you go back into my history, you'll see a bunch of videos from there. And I did my first live stream on my YouTube channel from there a year ago. So it's coming up. So I'm actually moving into my hotel room this Tuesday, so I have to get everything ready before then. So I'm going to be busy. Keep in contact. I hope to see you there. Stay safe until then, and hope you like the Hemi Cuda video. Oh, I can see my breath. Can you see it? I don't know. But I'll talk to you all soon. Stay safe.